I definitely find doctors so knowledgeable in the treatment room, amazing results, but they lack in the marketing end, which that's initially what will bring people to you. And then they'll kind of love everything you're doing in the room. We definitely found that after starting the clinic, marketing was a huge aspect of maybe bringing people in the door because we were a new clinic. So we had to learn lots and still learning as the days go by. I find Instagram to bring in good quality leads, a lot of engaging, interactive people, even not only filming yourself as the actual business owner, but making sure that your staff do too. Even if they hate it, it's part of the industry, it's part of the job. Everyone kind of has to show face on social media.
So today we have a new series that I'm starting, and it is going to circulate around what it takes to build a successful med spa in today's digital world. I have a special guest with me. Her name is Nicolette. I have partnered with her over a year ago. We currently market for her on her Meta ads specifically. She is experienced in the aesthetic industry. She runs her own clinic, and I'll just let you take it away from here.
My name is Nicolette. I've been in the industry for about 6 years. We started more in the medical aesthetics field and then slowly graduated to becoming a nurse. So myself and my sister, which is the other clinic owner, are both RPNs. We definitely found that after starting the clinic, marketing was a huge aspect of maybe bringing people in the door because we were a new clinic. So we had to learn lots and still learning as days go by.
Sure. What has been like the biggest turning point in maybe your educational, or I would say, because it's still very not infant, but not 25, 30 years long, what's kind of the biggest thing you've taken so far from your educational journey?
In terms of education or like tying it into marketing?
Just overall as a business owner.
You're always learning new things every single day. I find the first year, definitely you learn the most as a business owner because we're going into something that we're not familiar with. We definitely had a good mentor. My mom been in the industry for about 25 years, so she was good to kind of refer back to, but she definitely let us figure it out on our own too. So that was good and bad.
No, that's awesome. I mean, you're kind of fending for yourself now, but you had a good starting point.
Yeah, it pushes you for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, this video today, we're going to talk specifically about, I know we mentioned the digital era and overall what it takes to be on top of things, but specifically today, we're going to talk about social media, specifically within social media, Instagram, and why it's probably, if not the most important tool for your business. Typically is make or break. I see a lot of clinics with good and bad Instagrams, and I can already tell or have a general idea of what their clinic looks like inside financially just by how their Instagram looks. So if you don't mind, Nicolette, me asking you, why do you think Instagram as a social media platform is more or less the most important of them all? And what does it take, to have a good Instagram?
So when we first started out, obviously we're on all social media platforms, but it's so hard to deal with all of them. Sometimes you don't want to post the same content on all the platforms. So what we found first was TikTok. So with TikTok, you are getting a little bit of a younger audience. So maybe our chemical peels, lash lifts, teeth whitening, some of our more spa-based treatments, maybe something for acne or acne scarring, were great to market for something like TikTok. What was it beneficial is we were doing a lot of maybe injectables or soft surgery anti-aging treatments that weren't really getting to the audience that we wanted on TikTok. Then on the other hand, we have Facebook. So Facebook, I'm sure you guys all know, a little bit of a more mature audience. So we were able to market our anti-aging on that platform. But what I found and kind of liked the most about Instagram is it, of course, gives you all of the insights. So when I go to the insights on our Instagram, I can see exactly where people are that are interacting with our stuff. So like around the area, different countries sometimes, and I can see the age group. So on Instagram alone, all of our age groups are pretty much at par, which means that one platform is marketing to our age range, which is from like 18 years old to maybe 80 years old.
Just a quick question, with your Instagram, do you see more ROI with the organic reach with Instagram rather than any other platforms? Do you feel like that brings in the most business, or?
I do. I find Instagram to bring in good quality leads, a lot of engaging, interactive people, not only maybe comment wise, but just maybe swiping up and asking us questions through DM, sending it to their friends. So lots of engagement, doing giveaways. There's lots you can do with Instagram. Sometimes with TikTok, you don't know where your videos are being sent to. It could be in your area where you want to market, or it could be sent to Australia or another country. So you can definitely be getting lots of views, which is great, but they might not turn into leads at the end of the day.
Got you. You know, and let's like really dive into this, because you mentioned this when we spoke before. A lot of clinic owners or just doctors in general that have the skill to do the treatments or for whatever it may be, they seem to not be as adept with their social platform, and then they wonder why things aren't maybe working out for their business as well. What insights do you have on that?
I mean, I definitely find it takes a certain person to be in tune with marketing and maybe being in front of the camera. Not everyone loves it. Some people do, and you can definitely see it more on their social pages. But when you get into more, I guess, the medical fields, medical directors, health professionals, nurses, they tend to be a little bit shyer on the camera side, and it shows on their socials, right? Even stuff like tools like Canva to help make it more aesthetic. So I definitely find doctors a little bit like so knowledgeable in the treatment room, amazing results, but they lack in the marketing end, which that's initially what will bring people to you. And then they'll kind of love everything you're doing in the room.
Got you. And you mentioned, just like in context, we're talking about a clinic owner that maybe doesn't have the budget for hiring a marketing company, or even just finding someone to do their socials. Because you mentioned being in front of a camera is something of particular being an issue for these clinic owners. What can they do with a limited amount of budget and having probably need to do themselves? What are the necessary steps for them to at least go in the right direction to, you know, getting on the right track for the Instagram looking the way it should be?
Yeah, I mean, as a business owner, when you first start, you kind of leave marketing to the last. And to a certain extent, you can do as much as you can, but you want to try and nail down all the things that you can without a cost, right? So when we first, I guess, opened up trying all of the social platforms to see what works for the age group that we were marketing to. So that really authentic content. So not just doing more educational. People like to know who they're going to. So whether you're the nurse, doctor, medical esthetician, they want to know who you are. They want to know your personality. Sometimes people see our videos and they come in and they're so excited to just chat with us, not even about the treatment process, but as we chat and get to know each other, and then we're like, okay, well, now we can talk about the treatment process. I know your lifestyle. I probably know a little bit more about you and kind of what treatment plan would be more suited for you. So it's definitely a lot to kind of handle on your own when you're doing all of the marketing. Of course, website plays a huge role, but I think the biggest thing is posting every day, you know, and it's not just one post. You post in the morning, you have to stay engaged throughout the whole day, whether it's updating people that you're doing a facial now, or now you did half syringe of lips and these were the outcomes. Just because every time you post something, it will get brought to the top of the page, right? So not even just posting once a day, multiple is definitely needed, not only on Instagram, but TikTok, of course.
Makes sense. And two kind of follow-up questions on that, and maybe a quick fire one first. Where could someone learn how to do this? You know, let's just say they don't have a budget at all and they want to know, how do I post? How do I, you know, add a story or make a highlight or make my buy or turn my page into a business page? Where can someone find out how to do that as quick as possible?
I mean, I think what I did is you're always going to get inspiration from all the clinics around you, right? So you can kind of take bits and pieces of what you see, but try and be as authentic as you can in terms of maybe simple things like putting stuff together on Instagram. I'm sure you can find something on like Google or ChatGPT on how to add certain things. But in terms of kind of figuring out content, TikTok's a great search engine to kind of like refer back to for sure.
Sure. And just one thing, like you mentioned, posting daily. What if a doctor, like what? Because I hear this a lot. You know, doctors are saying they're too busy to do this.
Sure.
What do you have to, and be as cutthroat as possible? What do you say to these people that say they're too busy to do this, even though they still have aspirations to grow their company?
So, I mean, if you were someone who doesn't have a lot of time in the day, for us, we have very like busy back-to-back days. But even on those days, I have set things that need to be posted. So most, if not all, spas will have a front desk, and they'll be in charge of that, whether you give them the post or you give them the challenge of creating the post, and kind of going outside the box so you can like kind of figure out how to use Canva or certain things like CapCut to create videos. They'll be posting that for you if you don't have the time to.
Okay.
But we can always make the time, whether it's like 5 minutes or someone has a face mask on, you can always leave the room and just press post.
My response to that, if you don't have the time to do it, then why are you even trying to start a business in the first place?
I guess,
You know, like,
yeah.
You have to have time to do this.
You always, or like even snapping like a picture, whether your client wants to be in it or not, you can do the setup. Like there's always something that can be posted. And again, it doesn't take a long time. It's just pressing that button, or it's kind of making the time. So if you do have a really back-to-back schedule, maybe putting 5 minutes in between everyone or every couple of appointments so that you have the time to, if you need to be a little bit more scheduled, then.
Right. So would you say, aside from Instagram, like having good time management is super important to do this as well?
Gosh, yes. Yeah.
Right.
And management, if you are very busy and you have maybe your Saturday, Sunday off or Sunday, Monday, sometimes I'll allocate one day to make content or kind of figure out which content we're going to film this week, or I'll allocate one of the estheticians or front desks to film. So even not only filming yourself as the actual business owner, but making sure that your staff do too. Even if they hate it, it's part of the industry, it's part of the job. Everyone kind of has to show face on social media.
Got you. And what do you think actually, because you mentioned it a little bit briefly, what actually makes people trust you the most on socials?
I find we're very authentic. Like we're not very scripted. Some of our videos, or when we go on like a story, it's sometimes experiences. We get a lot of reviews. So our huge thing is maybe people will come to our page and then they'll go to the Google reviews and they'll kind of see for themselves. And then again, when they come in, I find we develop the trust right away. We're all very friendly here, to kind of building that there, and it initially just builds the trust just when you have that conversation with them.
Got you. So what I'm getting at here is there's more pieces to the puzzle than just posting Instagram, you talking, being informative, that you might need a good team, good time management skills, good people that are willing to do this stuff for you in case you can't. So
exactly. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. And last thing, before I kind of ask you to show you what maybe the do's and don'ts are, what happens if you don't post? Let's just say once a week. What if I said to you, hey, Nick, after watching this video, I'm still only going to post once a week? What is that going to do to my business compared to someone next door that does a post, 2 posts, maybe even 5 stories a day?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to get busier, this is kind of the way to go. So I actually found a huge change, because when we opened the clinic, I was still going through my nursing. So I was full-time nursing and full-time business hours here. I was trying to do as much as I can, even though it was very hard and tiring at certain points. But obviously, when you aren't 100% into the business because you have school or whatever it is, it definitely shows. So once I graduated from school, we saw a major push with just marketing in general and bringing people in, because I was able to put 100% into the marketing and 100% into the business. And it showed a lot, for sure. It's more just staying consistent with that, because once you get the ball rolling, then you're pretty much set. It's just say you have another commitment, then you can definitely see the maybe clients decline coming in here or insights on Instagram. But once you get it going, you're kind of motivated, because once you get someone in, we always ask, where did you find us? Is it a referral? Is it a Google search? Some people say the Instagram, like, perfect, because I do the Instagram, so it means I'm doing a good job, and it's very motivating that day. For
Right.
sure.
No, I get you. And I want to be conscious of time before we kind of show you like the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
There's
for
a lot
sure.
of common misconceptions where like clinic owners say, I'm skilled at the treatments, that's enough. Or I'll figure social media out later. Or I can buy followers or likes. What do you have to say to those people that say that?
Everyone is going to, Instagram is like a search engine now. So they're not only maybe not even go to your website, they're going to go straight to your Instagram page, and they're going to look for before and afters. They're going to look for which esthetician or nurses are working there. They're going to tap on their name. They're going to see what results they do. So lots of clicks going on. So I definitely think Instagram needs to be really updated for
Sure.
sure.
I mentioned buying followers and likes quickly. What do you say to that? Quick answer.
No, immediately no.
Why is that?
Because people know, they realize that all these followers are fake, or if you just opened and you randomly have 5,000 followers or maybe less, and the next day 15, people are going to know. And you want to be authentic. How is someone going to trust you if you buy followers or buy things
Yeah.
that you should get authentically?
You heard it, guys. You heard it. Seriously, don't buy them, even if it's $1.
But yes, let's definitely go into the screen sharing. So just I can go a little bit more in detail for sure.
Let's do it.
So this is our Instagram page. We try and keep it as updated as possible. Very aesthetic. We like our blacks, whites, some blues from like just our devices and stuff like this. So it doesn't need to be, everyone's Instagram is going to be very different. But what you see here is we have staff being shown with some education. We have some before and afters of not only maybe younger ladies, but we have clients of all age over here again. So lots of before and after. So this is going to kind of show people what you can do and the results that you can get. We have some videos of treatments being done. So definitely a well-rounded verse of everything. We like to keep 3 at the top. We always do promotions every month, and it's always going to go to the top so people see it first. This is me and my sister, so we're the 2 owners, and then we have another video that we professionally did. Highlights are super important, especially because if someone's coming to your page for a specific treatment, they're going to go here. Okay, I want a treatment for acne. Let's look at that. Plexer Plus, lips, and etc. But what I like about Instagram is the professional dashboard. So if you go over here, it kind of breaks down everything. So with the views, not only are we doing the meta ads, but most of it is actually just from Instagram, like just our videos bringing people in. So you've seen that in the last 30 days, we're at an increase of 116%. Lots of our posts do really well rather than the reels. So we kind of know what to go forward with when creating content, our top cities, countries, and our age ranges. So our age ranges are very, very similar, which I like. Obviously, each month this goes up and down with certain categories. But initially, this is what we liked to kind of have one platform that markets to most of the age groups. And of course, more men than women. You have your profile visits and external taps. So that's our website.
Cool.
Interactions. And it kind of just goes kind of more in depth. So when you're creating a plan for your marketing, this is going to be your starting point of, do the reels do better? Do which post is top? So this was our top post. Why was it our top post? You got 22 shares, 5 reposts, definitely a lot more non-followers. So figuring out how to get those people that are looking at our page to press the follow button. So retention rates, how many people How many seconds are people looking at your video for? So without even having to do any of this, Instagram provides you with a lot of the stuff that you need.
Sure. And I mean, thank you very much for that. Two questions,
Yes.
and then we can close.
Yeah.
Being verified on Instagram, is that necessary? The blue tick, yes or no?
My personal opinion, I don't think it's a huge thing. I mean, we've gotten like from Instagram, if we want to be verified, it's you're paying to be verified.
Right.
I don't feel like someone would go to you more because you're verified, especially because a lot of people know that you pay for it. So similar to your paid followers, you're paying to be verified rather than just getting verified one day.
Makes sense. No, that's good. And then last question. How, when someone does follow, like, do anything, do you actively reach out to these people that engage?
The followers, no, we definitely should. I do know that there's a thing on Instagram that automatically sends people some sort of message. We
Right.
don't. If someone interacts with our post, so anything that we post, like on our story or actual post, we'll send them a message for sure.
Okay.
But that's definitely something that we can adjust and add for sure.
No, I mean, I think reaching out to the people that reach out to you first is a little better, because then you might come across as a little needy if you're just reaching out to people that, like, a random person that likes or follows,
Yes.
because it is business to consumer at the end of the day. So you might want to be a little bit more laxed, because
Mhm.
if they saw your post once, they'll probably come around and see it again, and the ones that are actually serious about seeing you will more than likely engage themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Now, just some key takeaways, guys. Instagram is not optional.
It's mandatory.
100% mandatory, and it will be the reason why your business is successful in its early days, because you might not have enough money at the beginning that it's totally free to use. You don't need to do anything besides put some, elbow grease on some Canva, upload consistently, and just build that confidence up in front of the camera. Gradually, it'll just get better and better, and you won't even realize you're talking to a camera anymore. Focus on the quality, the consistency, starting early, as I already mentioned. And I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to put Nicolette's personal and business Instagram in this video. You guys are watching this video on my platform, so you don't need to see mine. But other than that, maybe any final mantras on your side, Nick?
Honestly, no, just stay motivated. Don't give up. If you don't see the return, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So just keep on being consistent and it'll come eventually.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for accompanying me.
Thanks.